Good morning, everybody. I am Dr. Shuto Vishwas Maji, currently working as Associate Professor in the Division of Pharmaceutics, Department of Pharmacy, NSHM, Knowledge Campus, Kolkata Group of Institutions. I am very excited to attend this event and to showcase my work in front of the industry professionals as well as academicians, where I can share my research passion and my work so that we can have really beneficial knowledge. So let me start with the slideshow. Let me present the. Today I will be discussing the logic behind developing a novel topical base, that is olive oil bigel, for drug delivery or for delivery of cosmeceuticals. Now my today's topic is formulation characterization and modeling of gelation and drug release kinetics of olive oil bigel, a novel topical base, a work which has been carried out in the institute with by my student and myself and my co-worker or colleague Dr. Goparoy Vishwas and student Ms. Dipanjana Ash. Now, before starting with the discussion on the actual research work, so I would like to share with you why I chose Bigel as a novel topical base for my work. Actually, Bigels constitute an emerging technology, and this concept was first developed by Almeida et al. In 2008. The unique feature of Bigel is that here both the phases, that is the oleogel and the hydrogel phases, which are formed by specific organogelator and hydrogelator, both are structured vehicles, and this presence of structured vehicles in both the phases to constitute the bigel actually gives the bigel its unique properties like better mechanical strength, improved viscoelasticity, better rheological properties, better water washability, better drug permeation, better drug absorption profile, and moisturizing property and cooling property compared to the single gel components. Now these bigels, they are actually nothing but can be regarded as hybrids of oleogel and hydrogel and can be classified as either oleogel in hydrogel, hydrogel in oleogel, or bicontinuous. Now, as I've told you that bigels, they actually possess numerous advantages over the single gels, and they are actually characterized by excellent thermodynamic stability if we compare them to the single component gels. Now, the objective of the present work actually can be divided into three subpoints. First of all, it is to produce a stable, semi-solid, non-greasy, uniform dispersion of oleogel in hydrogel in an economically feasible manner. Now, this non-greasy, uniform dispersion, this is a very critical thing or difficult thing to achieve in your conventional topical formulations. Where even you are having actually oleogel as one of the component or oil-based phase as one of the prime components. Next objective is to develop a model cosmeceutical formulation with smooth consistency and pseudoplastic flow behavior, because that is actually very desirable for any topical preparation, because they are expected to spread evenly over the skin surface as a thin layer and actually facilitate drug penetration across the stratum corneum. And then we have to characterize the developed bigel formulations on the basis of their rheological property, gelation kinetics, and drug release kinetics, and hence to establish their suitability for topical applications. Now, since we are talking about the formulation, so first of all, we should discuss about how we planned our formulation and how much success did we achieve. Now, this for the bigel preparation, we have actually followed the solid fiber mechanism approach, and for that we have first tried to formulate the oleogel phases and the separate hydrogel phases, and then we have tried to combine them in a suitable ratio by suitable mixing conditions to produce a bigel. Now, for the oleogel compositions, we have selected for all the formulations, we have selected 2% weight by weight paracetamol as the model drug. Now, model drug means actually our objective was to develop a novel topical base, and in order to assess its efficacy as a novel topical base, we have to incorporate certain active ingredient which we can estimate that how much of the active ingredient has been released and how much of the released drug has actually been absorbed. So for that purpose, we have chosen paracetamol or PCM as a model drug. And when we are having oleogel formulation, so we need to select one organogelator. Here we have actually selected a combination of organogelator, surfactant cogelator like SPAN 40 and Twin 80 in three different ratios of 1:1, 1:2, and 2:1. Now we have tried to develop 9 different oleogel formulations where we have taken the SPAN 40 Twin 80 combination in as 10%, 12%, and 14% weight by weight. The rest filled up by the olive oil. And it is interesting to note that we have been able to develop only two oleogels, one that is OGOT5, which actually contains the SPAN 40 and Twin 80 in the ratio of 2:1, and the entire organogelator cogelator concentration constituted only 12% of the formulation. And another formulation of oleogel that we successfully could develop was OGOT8, which contained again 2:1 SPAN 40 Twin 80, but here the total weight percentage of the organogelator cogelator was 14% of that of the formulation. Now, in these two cases only we had oleogel formulation, and for the bigel formulation we tried to formulate the hydrogel using three different percentages of HPMC in water, 1.5, 3, and 4.5% W by W, and then we chose the OGOT5 oleogel as a base formulation, which was converted into bigel by mixing with these three different hydrogels. Okay, now how could we ensure that bigels have been formed? Actually, it was found. So let me show you that the bigels demonstrated structural stability and did not separate into the constant layers or phases following mixing. And secondly, if when we inverted the beaker, where actually the oleogel and the hydrogel components were mixed at 70 degrees centigrade and then they were allowed to cool to room temperature, we found that it formed a bigel which even didn't flow even on inversion of the beaker. So that means they were quite stable and actually were of very smooth consistency. Now, since we had been able to form two oleogels and three bigels from the observations of the gel formation, we could conclude some points about the gel formation. What is that? That in the oleogel, the continuous phase was formed by olive oil, where these SPAN 40 Twin 80 combination actually helped in entrapping the liquid oil molecules physically, forming a physical gel, and they did not affect the chemical properties of the liquid phase, that is the olive oil. And the SPAN 40 and Twin 80 are actually dissolved in non-polar olive oil, forming a 3D self-assembled network with jelly-like structure, imparting unique rheological signature, physical properties, and sensory features to the bigels in the next stage. And the triacyl glycerols in olive oil actually facilitated formation of 5-pi stacking bonds. And Twin 80, apart from being a co-gelator, actually helped in lowering the critical gelator concentration of SPAN 40 for the olive oil, because it helped in solubilization of the SPAN 40 in the olive oil. Now, for the characterization purpose of the bigels, we have utilized several tests like. Now, regarding physicochemical characterization, all the oleogels and the bigels were found to be odorless, opaque, and smooth and oily. And in case of the bigels, they were milky white, whereas in case of the oleogels, they were yellowish white. The extrudability was found to be highest for the bigel compared to the oleogels, and hemocompatibility was more or less same, much less than 5%, which is a very acceptable value. Regarding the pH and the drug content assay, the pH of all the oleogels and the bigels that were found to be within 5 to 6, indicating compatibility with skin pH, and the drug content was found to vary between 91 to 94%, which is quite satisfactory and can be suitably used for development of different topical formulations. Now, for the rheological study, actually, we use the Brookfield Digital Viscometer model LVDB1 Plus, where we use the spindle number 6, and we use a shear rate varying between 1 to 5 RPM, keeping at each shear rate for 1 minute. And all the viscosity determinations were done at 25 degrees centigrade. And after obtaining the viscosity data, we subjected the data for modeling according to the Oswald D. Wall power model in order to find out the type of the flow behavior, whether the bigels or the oleogels, they followed pseudoplasticity, plasticity, or dilatancy. Now, after modeling of the viscosity data, it was found that all the formulations exhibited pseudoplasticity, which is a very desirable characteristic for the topical formulations. And from the rheogram, that is a viscosity versus shear rate graph, we can find out that the increase in the concentration of the hydrogelator, that is the HPMC in the hydrogel, increased the viscosity, and the viscosity of the bigels was always higher than that of the corresponding oleogel. Now, from the viscosity determination, as I told you, that it has been found that the concentration of HPMC has a direct effect on the viscosity of the bigels, so that the viscosity of OHO3 is greater than OHO2, greater than OHO1. The viscosity of bigels was in general higher than that of the oleogels, and the rheological property of the bigels were found to depend on the nature and type of the organogelator, nature and concentration of the hydrogelator, nature and type of the oil phase, then the rheological characteristics of the component gels, and the volume fraction of the dispersed phase. And an interesting thing to note from this rheological study is that the viscosity profile can have an inverse relationship with the drug diffusion kinetics. That means if you are having higher viscosity, that is expected to produce very controlled or slow drug release. Now, the next part indicates the thermal analysis to find out the degree of thermal stability of the oleogels and the bigels. Now, for this particular purpose, there several studies have been done, like gelation kinetics study by nepheloturbidimetry to determine the gelation time, gelation kinetics modeling using Gompertz model to find out two different parameters. One is alpha, that is the flexibility parameter, and one is beta, that is the thermal stability parameter. Actually, we can say that as alpha value goes up, the gel becomes more flexible. As the beta value goes up, the gel becomes more stable thermally. And then we determine the gel salt transition temperature to indicate the degree of thermal stability, melt flow index, that also to indicate the degree of thermal stability. And then we did the DSC to find out the melting temperature of the gels as well as the melting enthalpy. Now, from these various thermal analysis studies, we can find out certain results which helped us in interpreting certain important information. So what we found out that as the concentration of the gelator, organogelator, co-gelator, as the concentration of the gelator, co-gelator increased, the gel salt transition temperature increased, indicating that these were thermally more stable system. As the gelator, co-gelator concentration increased, that is in OGOT8, the gelation time decreased because higher concentration of gelator, co-gelator induced gelation much faster. And with respect to the melt flow index, it was found that the lower concentration of gelator co-gelator actually formed a mass which could melt and flow easily. So that means that they were not so much rigid. And from the modeling of gelation kinetics, it was found that where we are having this OGOT5 having lower concentration of organogelator, alpha value is higher, that means it is more flexible, and the beta value is lower, that means it is thermally less stable compared to the OGOT8 containing 14% gelator co-gelator. And from the DSC analysis, it was found that the bigel actually has a very low melting enthalpy, and also the melting temperature was quite less compared to the corresponding oleogel. Now, these values, that is low heating enthalpy and very lower melting temperature, indicates that the bigels are thermally less stable than the oleogels. This is mainly because of the this lower heat and melting enthalpy actually arises from the presence of the HPMC with high water retention capacity. Okay, now since and it has been observed that at the melting temperature, usually there has been an abrupt change in the viscoelastic modulus, and also for these type of solid fiber mechanism based olive oil oleogel, temperature is a crucial factor because of its influence on different phase transition parameters such as melting temperature and gelation temperature. Now, next is the very important thing, that is the in vitro drug diffusion study, which has been done through the dialysis membrane in modified France diffusion cell. And the study has been done for 7 hours, and it has been found that as the alpha value goes down from OGOT 5 to OGOT 8, the drug release also decreases. That means higher alpha value, higher flexibility, lower viscosity, better drug release. And if we compare the drug release profile of the oleogels and the corresponding bigels, it was found that the bigel OHO1 containing 1.5% HPMC exhibited much better drug release compared to other oleogels, as compared to other bigels as well as the oleogels. Whereas for the other two bigels, that is OHO2 and OHO3, it was found that the drug release was poor compared to the oleogels. Now this actually happens since in case of OHO2 and OHO3, the HMC concentration was much higher. It actually prevented the expansion of the total oleogel core and thus hindered drug release. Otherwise, we can say that bigel OHO1 demonstrated better drug release than the oleogel OGOT5 as expected. Now, in the last part of the drug diffusion study, it has where the drug release kinetics has been done, and also the mechanism of diffusion has been interpreted, and the T50 value has been determined, and two other parameters, that is SS flux and the apparent permeability coefficient, that has also been determined. Now, from the kinetic modeling, it has been found out that the bigel, that is OHO1 and two oleogels, they all follow zero order constant drug release. That means they could provide ideal controlled drug release. And the OGOT5 actually exhibited Fickian diffusion, whereas non-Fickian diffusion was the characteristic feature for all other oleogel and bigels. And it has been found that due to the bigel formulation, the SS flux and Kp actually greatly improved compared to the corresponding oleogels. So that shows the advantage of the bigel over oleogel. Now, this higher value of SS flux and Kp compared to its native oleogel are attributed to flexible microarchitecture of the bigel, facilitation of solvent inhibition by hydrophilic HPMC, and emulsification promoted by surfactant type gelator co-gelator at the bigel interface. Now, in the conclusion, we can say that actually these bigels are much more thermodynamically stable systems, although thermally they are less stable, but at the same time they could provide better rheological properties and drug release profile, and thus olive oil based bigel can be used as a novel topical base for delivery of pharmaceuticals and cosmeceuticals in a concentration independent manner. The session is now open to question and answer. Thank you.